Hello everyone, welcome to the first BTCC preview here on the Team Hard YouTube channel. Of course, this weekend is the Oulton Park round of the championship just before summer break. So welcome to this episode. I'm joined with Josh, the marketing manager.
Hi everyone.
And today we're going to be looking ahead to the round this weekend. So hopefully an exciting round for the team as a whole. So we look back to this round last year. The team had pretty good results, multiple top 10 finishes, including 8th place. Josh, you were there?
Yeah, really good weekend last time out. This time last year anyway. Both Mike and Jake, obviously not with us this season, but they had put in some strong performances. Double points finish for Mike, I believe, and Jake finished in the top 15 in the last race, despite the classic qualifying woes that we've had for a little while now. Again, demonstrating race pace very good, but qualifying pace we're just a little bit shy, a few tenths shy of getting up to that 15th, 14th grid position, which puts you in the mix for the whole weekend. So fingers crossed. We've changed a few things, got a few upgrades this time out, so hopefully that'll give us that 1 to 2 tenths to put us in that position to then really challenge forward. Because our race pace is top 10 pace, very good, especially in the hot weather. We're good on the tyres, so hopefully that will help this weekend with the weather looking like it's going to be.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the team's always done quite well here, not just with the CC, also with the events back in the past.
Yeah, I think the team know how to run this track. We've got good drivers as well. I think Epps had a very strong weekend here in the events since 2016, as well as a very good weekend in 2017. I think he got 3 points finishes in 3 races, so that's good. Hopefully we can have more of the same. That's what we need to start doing now. We show flashes of speed, but we need to be more consistent and just knocking up those points round by round.
That's the thing, isn't it, really, because it hasn't been a consistent weekend. I mean, we've always had rain of some sort throughout the season so far. Even if it's just in 2 sessions, that still sort of disrupts the weekend. And someone like Jack, who hasn't really had much running in the car still.
Yeah, it's been really frustrating so far this season. Obviously with the late driver change, with Jack coming in, he did a shakedown about a week before, not even a week, I think it might have been a couple of days before media day, and that's just not good preparation by any championship, especially one of this level with the elite drivers and the teams that are in it. So the fact that we've not had a clean weekend in terms of weather yet is so frustrating for Jack and the team. Obviously, he can bring a lot from the Eurotech team. He was very quick last season, won the opening round. And it's just incredibly frustrating. But this weekend it's looking good, it's looking hot, consistent dry weather, which is perfect for what we need.
So, we look back to the previous round at Croft. Bobby and Carl ended the weekend on a high of some sorts, getting some points. But I think the whole team realised it could have been a little bit better, couldn't it, if you just picked the right tyre at the right time. But it's one of those things that it sort of paid out in Brands, didn't it? Got a really good haul of points then, but didn't go quite the right way on strategy in Croft.
And comparing Croft to Brands Hatch is exactly why motor racing is one of the most exciting sports in the world. You've got the Brands Hatch where we played it right, played our cards right with Bobby, got P6. You go to Croft, especially even in qualifying, we had that 5 red flag session. Had you have stayed out and got that lap in early, maybe you would have been a little bit higher up the grid, because obviously you're wasting your tyres by doing outlap after outlap on a red flag. You'll come back in, so that shows. But last time out was okay. We're not going to kid ourselves. We're not going to be challenging for 1, 2, 3, 4 every race. Of course we're not. But we know we're capable of scoring points every single race with all 4 cars. We know that. So it was good that Bobby and Carl did get some points at the end of the meeting, and obviously the momentum will continue to grow here at Oulton, where obviously, as we've just discussed, the car is pretty good. So we'll see.
And if we look at the point standings right now, Bobby is the top team hard driver right now, sitting in P20 the standings. How would you assess that so far in the season? Obviously quite a strong start at Brands.
I think it's a season of what might have been so far for Bobby. It started really well, obviously that P6 in round 1 of the championship, and then 2 more points finishes, should I say, at that Brands Hatch meeting. Then Donington and Thruxton just didn't quite go to plan, but like I say, that 13th place finish or 14th place finish in the last race at Croft momentum can start building, and hopefully he can push on at a track that he's very strong at, which he showed in the VW Cup back in 2017 when he won the series. So again, we're pushing for that 15th. We want to be in that top 15 in the championship overall. We're capable of being there. Again, it's just been that bad luck and limited running that sort of hindered us and pushed us back.
The thing is, for privateer teams, you look at the championship. I mean, sometimes you might not realise it because all the colours and that on the grid, but there are 10 like constructor entries. You know, these companies have obviously massive sponsors, massive names inside the car, mechanics, and all that sort of stuff. Have probably worked in Formula One at some point.
Yeah.
So
that's it. I mean, it's getting more and more difficult to beat that manufacturer team, especially with us. We're a true independent team. We built these 4CCs. We engineered them. We've done everything about them is team hard racing. Unlike some other teams where they buy ex-manufacturer cars, which again, it's in the rules, so why not? You know, but we like to stay true to our family values. We like to do everything in-house. So to punch and get into that top 15, that top 10 is more of an achievement for us than it would be for some of the other teams who have had championship winning cars in previous years. So a top 15 overall in the championship is a good result. Obviously we want to be inside the top 10, at least with one of our drivers, but we'll see how that pans out over the rest of the season. We've still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Bobby, he's obviously had he's had a couple of highs this season, obviously Brands Hatch being a standout one, but Jack has had a lot of bad luck go against him so far this year. I mean, you know, all the tyre decisions, you know, the last round at Croft, at Brands Hatch as well, it was a 50-50 decision, isn't it? And I guess as Jack's got the name in the championship, he's been here so many years, you put him on the strategy that maybe like the top, you know, Matt Neal or whatever is going on, because, you know, he can battle with them.
That's exactly what we did at Brands Hatch. He was our lead car, I think he was P15, and you're thinking, it's round 1, race 1, he's done no tests and he's 15. We have to play it safe.
Exactly, yeah.
So we're on the wet tyre, turned out to be the wrong tyre. He still did a mega job. I think he was the first runner to finish on that wet tyre, proving that the pace is there, which is what makes it so frustrating. And like I alluded to earlier, lack of testing has sort of pushed him back a little bit, but the more and more running we get, and I think Oulton will be a springboard for the rest of the season, especially going into Snetterton where we know we're strong. Silverstone at the end of the year, car very good there. So hopefully this will be the springboard for more things to come.
Exactly, you want a good result before the summer break, you know, motivation high within the factory, and come back after second half of the season, get those top 10 finishes consistently. But if you look towards our rookies, I mean, obviously Carl did a couple of races last year, but Michael is a definite rookie.
Rookie.
Not even really to the British touring cars, but to motorsport. Done this is his third season of motorsport.
Yeah, that's his third season, but he's won everything else that he's gone in. So he's very capable. Well, both of them are. You know, Carl's a multiple hot rod champion.
Giannetta's up there last year.
And he was
well.
runner-up in the pro category in the Super Cup last year. So very quick, and Carl is starting to show that potential and that speed now. Initially, I think even he would admit he's probably struggled a little bit, but the last couple of rounds he's really come on strong. And I think at Croft he was probably our fastest driver actually over the 4 cars. Very good weekend for him. Then he comes to a track again. He was good in testing, proved his potential there. So hopefully it's a platform for him to build on for the rest of the season. A bit like Jack, really push on. And obviously there's Michael had that dream debut of P12, picking the right tyre from the back, finishing in P12, points in his first race. Absolutely, iconic scenes of him with his leg hanging out of the door, like he'd won the championship. Like, he's a massive fan favourite already. He's done an amazing job at winning the fans over by just being himself and living everyone's dream, not just his own. So he's getting better all the time. Had a little bit of a lull spell, but it's always gonna happen. He's getting used to front-wheel drive race cars, whereas Carl, and they're getting faster and faster all the time. The more experience they get, the better they're going to be. It's in anything, in anything.
So it's looking good, as we could say. We've got 3 of the drivers, Jack, Carl, and Michael all sort of having to learn stuff this year, haven't they? You know, all sort of coming at the deep end. They're all going to get better and better as the season goes on. I mean, Bobby's only in his second season, so he's going to continue to get quicker. But, you know, overall, I'll say the team's obviously taken the ups and downs in their stride, and I think if everything goes to plan by the end of the season, you know, you see what everyone's doing in the workshop, putting always 110% in by the end of the year. I guess the aim is top 10, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to be consistently there. You know, top 10 finishes is where we want to be. And, you know, from there you can get your reverse grid polls, and that's when you get your top 5 result. You've got to be in the pot, you've got to be in that top 12, top 10, week in, week out, every race, to make sure that you're in for the reverse growth, because that's where the points are made. Because you start at the front, you've got minimal weight. And that's where some of the other teams are taking full advantage, some of these independents are taking full advantage so far this season. They're hanging in there with the manufacturers, and then they're getting that luck on the draw, end up on pole position or P2, and from there they get the podium. At the end of the day, we want to be on the podium this season. That's been the goal all winter, you know, so we want to be there on merit, which I think we deserve to be, and I think we do have the pace to do that. It's just getting that little bit of lady luck on our side, which has been eluding us for some time now.
But yeah, so Oulton Park this weekend, obviously, you know where to send everyone as the social media marketing manager. Where should they be watching the action this weekend?
Yeah, of course, obviously tune into ITV4, obviously live on Sunday. I think it's from 10:30, the build up. Obviously you get all your driver interviews and stuff like that. Jack's got one of 4 ITV onboard cameras this weekend, so plenty of action for him, which is good for the team, all our partners. And obviously you can also watch qualifying on itv.com/BTCC on Saturday. I think qualifying is at 3, so you can tune into that if you're sat in the garden, enjoying the sun, having a barbecue at home. And then obviously you can follow us on all our social media, so your Instagrams, your Twitters, your Facebook for live updates that are personalised to the team only, which is good. And then obviously make sure you hit the subscribe button on this video, because we're updating this YouTube channel every day with fresh new content. Check out some of our past videos. They've been really good, obviously. I'm going to say that. But
the crease video recently, you got to give a nice little insight into what, you know, nobody really gets to see.
Yeah, behind the scenes view of what it is on a race day, and not enough people are giving those insights to race fans, and that's what we're trying to, you know, we want to open everyone's eyes to what it's like being a British touring car driver or being part of the team. So hence these podcasts as well.
Yeah, so we're
obviously looking forward to it.
So any fans coming to the track this weekend, where can they find Team Hard?
Obviously, so we'll be operating, I think we're in garage 26, 27 this weekend. So obviously be sure to come down the back of that. You'll see that you won't miss the trucks with all the flags on. The drivers are always available for autographs, pictures and all that stuff. And obviously on race day, the autograph session, we'll be there giving out free tote bags, pink Team Hard tote bags, courtesy of the Clever Baggers, one of our main partners. Obviously along with the posters for the team to sign, or the guys to sign. To catch us there, I think it's at 10:05, something
in the
like
morning,
that.
isn't it? Yeah.
In the morning before the action kicks off, which is exciting stuff. And then obviously you can buy a small selection of merchandise like our iconic pink bobble hats from the Team Hard VIP tent. Can't miss it. Massive double awning, seating 240 of our guests this weekend. So if you wanted a pink bobble hat, some pink sliders maybe, or a key ring, be sure to check out there.
Awesome. So yeah, be sure to check out the social media, obviously ITV for the action this weekend, or if you're at the track, hopefully enjoy it. Hopefully it's good weather, and yeah,
get the flip flops out.
Right, good stuff. Right, we'll see you for a preview for the next round after the summer break, which is at Snetterton.
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
A nice 5-week layoff. Lovely.
Right, enjoy the race weekend and the summer, guys. See you soon.
Bye.